I think that's awesome. You guys are trying to bring more awareness, more attention to the very hardworking, like American farmers and ranchers that are doing a really good job, and they're really not getting enough credit.
Like agriculture is the backbone of our country, and we're slowly, or actually we're quickly giving it away. We have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. We should control our we should have control of our food source. We should own our food source. We should know where that food source is. And I think if you the people who control the food, if you control the food, you control the people. If and we're giving so much power to other countries. Not going to be too gloom and doom or conspiracy theories here, but if we have to be dependent on other countries for our food supply, well, like they have power over us. Like we need to ensure that our food supply, and we have enough land, we have enough space. I mean, there's about 700,000 independent farms and ranches in the U.S. It makes up 20% of the world's beef. Um, and I'm not talking. Again, this is independent farms and ranches, and the average uh, the average herd of these independent farms and ranches is less than 50. Like
Mhm.
like the story of the one I was just telling you about. They have about 55 head um, when I was there. Um, and again, that's what just consumers, people, they don't think about. They think that everything's this. They hear factory farming, factory farming, factory farming, and they think that it's just this like massive factory, and it's just not. It's not the case. There is some of that, but by and large, it's 40 cows being raised here. It's 50 cows being raised here. Like I said, there's 700,000 independent cattle ranches in the U.S. that make up 20% of our beef supply. And if we treated them better, um, if we treated them better, they could produce even more because that number is declining like rapidly because it's harder and harder to stay in business. The cost of feed goes up, the cost of keeping up with your land and maintenance and
Mhm.
all of that stuff keeps going up, but the price that and the cost of beef in the store keeps going up because there's so much of it, and but the cost that they get i- is is almost identical to what they were getting 20 years ago.
So, what do you think we could do, whether it's as consumers in general or people like you guys? What do you think we could do to like bring more power back to those 700,000 ranchers in the U.S. to kind of give them some more power?
I mean, I think it starts with the the cool law. Like,
Mm.
like I think that's the biggest thing that we have to get done is um, getting a country of origin labeling, get country of origin labeling on our beef and on our pork. By the way, it's you don't have to have it for beef or for pork. Uh, the Ironically, the largest pork company in the U.S. was um, was bought by um, is bought and was bought in 2014. Yeah, was bought in either 2013 or 2014. Either way, before the country of origin labeling law,
Mhm.
um, by uh, a Chinese company from China, and China produces um, almost 2 to 1 the amount of pork that the U.S. produces. So you can kind of do the math on even that. They got the two biggest beef companies are Brazilian, and we import billions of pounds from South America, and then China produces the most amount of pork, and and you wonder why there's no country of origin labeling law because it, uh, who's going to buy pork that says made in China?
Yeah.
I
No
mean,
one.
honestly, and no offense
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
to any like race of people, but nobody in the grocery store is going to buy pork chops that say made in China. Um, and the same thing with beef. So it starts with the cool law. And some things you can do, if you just do a Google search and you put "label our beef," there's it's a website. It's called r-calf USA,
Okay.
and under there there's a there's all the information of what you can do, um, and who you can contact in your area to 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 help the petition to fight the Senate bill to get this repealed. So, um, calf ranchers all across the country are very active in this. We need more people to get active. We need more uh, just everyday people to get more active, to go there, to sign up, to there's a link on that website. If you click it, you can just click it and it says email Congress. If
Mhm.
everyone would just get on there and email Congress and say, hey, we want to know where our meat's coming from, reinstitute the cool law, we and demand country of origin labeling. Um, if enough people would start doing that, we would make a difference. And again, we are making strides in the right direction. Like, we're talking about it, we're getting it there, but nothing in government happens very fast.
Yeah, true.
So that's what I would urge your listeners to do. That's what I would urge everyone to do, because it, if we can get the labeling right, that would make a massive difference for American farmers and ranchers.